Hey guys, welcome to CricChatterLive. Welcome back. It's been a long time since we are off from IPL, and here we are back with a new session, hoping to maintain the consistency. We are here with Saurabh Bhai and Nikhil Bhai and Abhinav. Welcome guys. Welcome to the channel. I hope you are doing good. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Vallav. And
Thank
nice
you so
to
much.
see Nikhil bhai after long time. We are again after the. I'm so sorry that we didn't able to manage this IPL season because of the personal and the professional commitments. But again, I think exactly we are back. We are back with our team. Later on the part, we can see so many. We can see Shubhayan. We can see Manjunath bhai. We can see Inder. And so other guests are also there who will joining us. But again, with us, our panel, I'm sure exactly Nikhil bhai will be the one of the prominent one who exactly will be regular with us because he is always our one of the best person to reach out for whenever the cricket happens and the fantasy games. So anyway, I'm starting Vallav and Nikhil bhai. Just let me know what you thought about. First, we discuss about tomorrow's big fifth test match that is going to be start. I think tomorrow at 3:30. So exactly the fifth test match. What do you think about it?
Moral victory match?
किसके लिए?
I don't know because now it almost feels as if England will decide, as I said, moral victory rankings for people and for batters that we see. You feel like ये पहली बार हुआ है जब rain has not helped the team, but
Hmm.
it's not the case. So hopefully that hyperbole subsides. And actually, I'm very keen to see how Australia shape up because Oval usually they've had issues at Oval in the past where they have not been able to close the series out and win. So they have retained the Ashes, which they have, but they haven't won in England in a series since 2001. So this is probably their best chance. And what I feel is also very great for Australia that खाली एक knock आया है from Marnus and Steve Smith, and this and with that also they have been able to retain the Ashes. That I feel is a very good chance for them to win the series, but also a massive opportunity gone for England. Because they can at best level it, which I'm sure they would feel confident about. Unka 11B we know. So very exciting to see how conditions pan out because I think England absolutely hammered Australia in the last test, but rain just gave the luck that England had for a long time to Australia. So that
It is to
even
be even it is to be said, luck favors the brave. So actually,
Hmm.
Australia needed, and the way, especially the way Mitch Marsh came to the scene, nobody actually believed even Mitch Marsh played after 4 years and scored a brilliant century. So that's a very different kind of batting mindset, the different kind of playing zone they were into. But what do you think exactly that tomorrow, according to you, who will be the best team to win? Is it England with 2-1 and with a lots of fire, lots of criticism, lots of things has happened. The way, especially said, the way other English media, Australian media, the way they are fighting, the way of creating pressure. So, what do you think exactly, Nikhil, by that? Who you think exactly will have an upper hand tomorrow rather than before playing situation? Who will be having the upper hand?
see, I think मेरे को लगता है England will feel थोड़ा robbed, so they will be more intent and hungry to get the win in terms of let's make it 2-2 and settle the scores because they
And
were the dominant team. Yeah,
especially when Stokes cannot ball, he will be so because earlier, come se kam, we were aware that he could ball 5-6 overs. Now that it is clear that he won't ball.
yeah.
So it's a huge loss for them because he will be playing as a batsman.
But he's been actually playing as a batter only. Like, agar 4 tests mein he's only bowled 29 overs. So yes, he
But
has
again,
taken big.
there is a mindset of having he can ball. He
But
can
see,
ball.
the thing with Stokes is I don't trust him. He could come in and bowl off spin to Travis Head and get him out. That is what Ben Stokes can do.
Hmm.
So
So
you wanna say that Moeen Ali won't play tomorrow?
no, he will. We already know the 11, right? Moeen Ali is their sacrificial number three.
No,
क्योंकि भाई
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like he Moeen Ali won't play. It's not that in that matter, but again, yes, I meant to say that Moeen Ali won't play. Because if he has to ball to get out of this guy Travis Head. I'm sure exactly because fortunately Moeen is bowling well also.
Yeah,
The
and
test
also
matches,
see
whether he's getting 1 or 2 wickets.
the thing with Ben Stokes is what he did in Pakistan in Rawalpindi, that he was rotating bowlers for 2-3 over spells. Now that is something you can, and he has a lot of options. He has Vokes, Anderson, and everybody. He has Wood who's bowling well. He has Vokes who's bowling. So as a combination, you feel like England have the people. I think the story of the Ashes is in the first 2 tests, Australia won the key moments.
Yes.
The drop catches, the too early or too smart declaration from England, I felt it allowed Australia to get back into the game. Now, if Mark Wood was fit, I don't think Edgbaston first test it would have gone Australia's way. He would have been a different because that's how he's blown the tail away. So as a package, England have been better as a bowling unit, but Australia have found ways to win crucial moments. Even the fourth test, Manas and Steve Smith Manas and Marsh get together. Manas finally scored his century. He was getting starts in every single game, but you needed Manas to score that century so that going into the fifth test, you at least have that confidence that okay, we have the lower order contributing now. That Marsh, Travis Head, Marner Smith, they're all getting starts. So it's about one of them making a big score, and Khwaja has been very good. So मेरे को लगता है confidence wise England will feel that they can keep Australia down. It is a game of bat in mindset because I feel Cummins has been tested as a captain, and like Stokes is at one end and Cummins is at the other end. Because Stokes is wanting to make things happen, and Cummins is kind of waiting. के अभी कुछ होगा तो I'll do this. If this happens, then I'll do that. So I think that's where Cummins will be tested, and of course, eventually in England, looking up is far more important.
Fine. I have 2 questions from you both. The first question is, are you seeing any kind of changes in the Australian team? First question. Second one, is this the last series as Pat Cummins as a captain? I'm not talking as a player because we are talking about nowadays too much of workload management, and somewhere down the line, what we found out that a premium pace bowler from Australia is playing 6 consecutive test matches. It's like an amazing, you may say it's a surprise. It's an amazing surprise for them because they don't let anybody play 6 consecutive test matches in 1.5 months. 1.5 month, 2 months. It's a huge body. As per them, it's a huge thing. It's a different thing in Kapil Dev, Wasim Akram. They all said that keep playing cricket. It's better than rather than not playing cricket. Or thing called rest in the pace bowler. So I have these 2 questions from Nikhil Bhai and Vallabh. Let's start with Vallabh. Vallabh, what do you think exactly? Do you see any kind of changes in the Australian team?
No, not really, because as Nikhil Bhai already said, they have not won at Oval and they have not won the series, so they will be looking to win the series. So I don't think they will make
But
any
again, you have
major
to see
change.
one more thing that Labuschagne has played well in the only 4th test match, and Smith
Yeah,
is overall is a very mediocre. So their opener Warner is not going good. Smith is not going good. They found out somewhere down the line, fine, TK, Green, but Green as a player, they're removing Green or they will not. They have to persist with the Green because if the Green will play, then the Todd Murphy will not come to the field.
right. Yeah, so basically, yes, like Barnes has been coming back to form, right? Last match he has played well, so there are signs of him coming back, and Smith you can't take away his batting performance. Although the series has been mediocre for him, but I don't think you can put away Smith by just three or 4 games. So I think they will be persisting with the same 11, and I think yeah, they will be going with the
So
same.
you want to say that there's a no spinner for you, right? All 5 pace bowlers.
Yep.
And we saw exactly they were a little tired last time. If I'm not wrong, I found out that this 5 bowler attack, these 5 pacer bowling didn't go well with them. What I found out personally. Nikhil bhai,
I think they may get Murphy in for Green. And again, I think Stark's fitness and Mitchell Marsh's fitness was in question, but they seem to be fit to go. So I think the only change that is likely could be that the spinner comes in because, as you said, I think the selection was very, I don't know, different ways to look at it. I found it very smart if rain was forecasted on every single day, because you knew you needed extra batting. And if rain was going to come, then the pitch wouldn't be assisting spin so much. And so they could always bowl their paces. And if there were breaks, the paces will also get enough rest. Now, as it turned out, the last 2 days rain came as it should have. First 2 3 days it did not. But I think it didn't cost Australia much. But as you said, that attack does look like it's missing that one containing bowler, especially when England are going hard. So it's not that Murphy will take 10 wickets and stop England, but at least you have a variety that if it starts to assist spin, then you will have somebody who's very good at contributing, because Oval has had, as I think we just had Abhinav comment, that you have spinners who have made impact at this venue. So, and Cummins said the conditions are similar to the WTC final. So that could make it very interesting.
Superb. My second question again. Is this the final test as a captain for Pat Cummins? Because the way stories they are making the story, the way the Australian media and the guys are coming.
It could be the last Ashes test Ben Stokes plays. If you think about it,
This is a huge thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
if you think that tour is 2 years
he's
away,
only 32 years old. He's only 32 years old.
Yeah, but he's not fit. The
It's
next
a
tour is
huge,
2 years away.
it's a huge statement. It's a huge statement because 2019 World Cup, sorry, 2023 World Cup is coming, and then
He's retired
24
from
is the
ODIs.
Ashes. Oh my God! It's a we are talking about the Pat Cummins as a last.
Can't be so fucking stupid.
Pat Cummins quitting Test captaincy doesn't seem like it. I mean, whatever the media reports might be saying, but he's been leading Australia for 8 years. And I mean, his extraordinary fitness levels for a fast bowler who's had the injury history that he did. I don't see that happening. I don't see
But
it happening that Cummins is going to quit.
but again, there is one more thing that Pat Cummins has actually lost a little bit of shine as a bowler because he might not able to use himself as being as a captain as a bowler because the way earlier captain used him as a bowler, he's not able to use himself as a bowler. What I found out last few test matches because he has a lot because we all know exactly he's not a swing, he's a seam and dig bowler and he can do well anywhere. But somewhere down the line, he is using himself as a I don't know. And somewhere down the line, sometimes a very good player as a captain don't know where he can use himself. The same case might be happening with Pat Cummins at this moment, as per my point of view. And I'm so Nikhil Bhai clearly told that he know it might be the last Ashes uh, for uh, Stokes. I think Mr. Vaughan, if he listen or hear, he will say, Nikhil, you Indian only talk. That's it, nothing else. I'm sure about it. Apart from that,
there is this normal logic to it that the next tour is 2 years away. And given how he's been injured and he hasn't been even
last time we told the same thing about James Anderson. 2 years when it happened.
To be very honest, James Anderson hasn't made any impact. So he could still take 10 wickets and it will still not mean anything because the earn is gone. The last time James Anderson was part of a Ashes winning test was in 2015 in Edgbaston. So it's been a while that Anderson made an impact at home. And in this series, you've seen Vokes, Josh Tongue, Robinson, Broad, everybody bowl better than Anderson. So I think sometimes we overplay big names. So, and see, to be very honest, Stokes also, he's found a way to contribute in this series. Before this, you felt that he was going too hard with the baseball thing in terms of throwing his bat around. But this series, he's given himself time. And it's only with the tail that he's actually gone like baseball. Joe, I think everybody does baseball with the tail. So I think that is not a question, but very keen to see how, because he's going to play this test match. So yeah, it actually could be last test for many. Warner, Steve Smith, Ben Stokes, maybe if that is the case, and Steve Smith, who knows?
Anderson.
Stuart
Moeen
Broad.
Ali. Moeen Ali
No,
for
Anderson,
sure.
all of them. You could have 8 players who could be out of the two sides, but the next time there is an Ashes too. So it will be a
Yeah, from the both
massive
sides.
question for all of them.
Even the bowler might be the bowler might not play again in against England or England, because we
You have
saw
to see.
if the ball
I
is
mean,
not swinging and people are hitting him, he is the best player
at
to get
start,
hit, because he started like a havoc when they played against India,
yeah.
and he ended up like a sheep when he played against England. The mighty England shown that there is nothing called like he is having some kind of team or thing. He is just a 130, 135 plus bowler who can be hit out of the park anytime required, because his run rate was more than 6 per over, and it was impossible to thought by us, because we all thought that, even on we tweeted and all, we thought exactly no, he could be the difference, but actually he was the difference for the loss. Ultimately,
Actually,
they won the matches,
that
but
is
for the
that is
fans.
actually very good point also to see if how does Bolan recover from this, because if he is hit like this and everybody then starts to hit Scott Bolan off his line and length, then it is going to put pressure on a lot of such bowlers. How do we then bowl? And
Right.
if Bolan then plays them at the Gava, I really want to see Zach Crawley, Harry Brook, and everybody try and move away and then hit Scott Bolan. If they can do it there, kudos to them. Good luck winning the Ashes after time.
Right, right.
That's a amazing one. As we know that we have. So, what is the vote for us? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are. So what would be the series rate? 2-2, or it will be 3-1? I say so. If there's no rain interruptions or the draw, I'm not seeing it as a draw. I'm going ahead. See, my heart is saying Australia. My brain is saying uh, England, because the way England is playing is something tremendous. They're not missing catches. Australia lots of catches actually. I could not believe actually Australians are dropping catches. It's like impossible to imagine even. So I'm going ahead with 3-1 though, because Australia's luck is going good, and Smith didn't fire yet. There's few bowlers didn't fire yet, and we all know that England is firing from 1 to 11, apart from the
Right.
Anderson. So they already, we saw that they are even player like Harry Brook, player like their Crawley, who was supposed to somebody has told Broad, or somebody told in the before this one only, na, first test press conference mein somebody told that Jack Crawley wanted to hit the fastest Ashes century, because he's having a chance, and he did it. He didn't do the fastest century, but one of the fastest,
It's a
and
century.
he played the one of the run a ball innings that actually is the one of the fastest after Ian Botham's one of the innings, if I'm not wrong, top 2 or top 3 in the Ashes, fastest century he did for England. So I'm going ahead with the 3-1, because the fire Australia didn't fire yet, and I think Australia played really when exactly people are pushing
Hmm.
them down and down and down, and it's no more a friendly Ashes. What we saw in the first test and the fifth test, the things have been changed a lot. So for me, it's a 3-1. Guys, you guys have, please go ahead and share your votes for that.
Yeah, I would say it's a 3-1. As Saurabh told, ki Australia have not fired yet, and I feel tomorrow Steve Smith will have his, I mean, good performance. I will not say like
You wanna say
century right
fantasy
away.
captain?
I'll, I don't want to make my batsman my fantasy captain though.
We'll meet tomorrow, Vallabh and Nikhil Bhai. We'll meet tomorrow for that, our own internal fantasy league game for sure.
Yeah, and I feel ki it's a bold take, but I don't think ki England's batting order will perform well tomorrow. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like it. But Jack Crawley has been playing too good. I feel the next match he won't be having too much of a play. 30 max, and I think it's Australia 3-1.
I think
Nikhil Bhai.
I feel it could be 2-2 purely because of the desperateness that England have. Uh, I think England may be so it will actually open the game for Australia that if they try too hard. But I feel the game is far more for England to win in terms of that they desperately want to win that game. So they may make a lot more effort. And maybe if they have one good session, because they've had good bowling sessions every test match, but somebody has stood up for Australia. So if nobody of the lower order steps up for Australia, I think England might take it away. But I think a lot will depend on whether, I think eventually we'll have another close game. They have one or two performers will take the game to each other. I think on intent maybe 2-2, but if it is 3-1, then nothing like it, because then moral victory is also not there with England.
But again, somewhere down the line, I would say, if tactically we see, let England win here, so that points will be shared here, because England has to come to India for the 5 test matches. So
Right.
somewhere down the line, it's a positive for us, because if they're winning here, losing there, it's a permutation.
It's too long. Let
Permutation
Australia win,
competition.
let them go ahead. I don't want to play another WTC final. I don't want to play another WTC
You know what? This guys, that Pakistani journal. I don't know for whatever mindset he's
Farid.
so happy with the Pakistan. Pakistan was on a top for the first game. India was the second number, and all. Exactly they started talking like that, and I was really amazed at how people are taking things forward in that case. Anyway,
Okay,
so let's
let them
go.
win.
Let's get into the fantasy pick for you. What is the top 11 fantasy team for you, Nikhil bhai?
I think it's pretty straightforward for most, because everybody will back best or carry keeping, because they give you handy catch points, bat load on the under. Maybe you can have a risk where you drop carry if you want to. Batting is where I think. Am I audible?
Able to
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I'm audible, because I could hear myself well. So in the batting, I think that's where batting section is where entire Ashes has been tricky, because I don't think anybody can predict Crawley scrolling 180 plus. So your majority picks will always revolve around having Joe Root and Steve Smith as a set combo, and then you can rotate Travis Head and
Lavishan.
Usman Khwaja and Labuschagne, and then if you feel that Brook will come good. So I think mostly I go by toss. If the team is batting first, I try and drop two of their top four and take their middle order batters, because they, I feel, may get a good chance to bat. But if it is dry or good to bat, then you want to take the top order like you did with India West Indies. Then you take the top four, don't take the rest in terms of batting option, and you go according to that. Because again, all rounders is very straightforward. You will take Mitchell Marsh, you will take Chris Wokes. Bowling, you will take Cummins, you will take Broad, you will take Wood.
Right.
So I think it's going to be pretty straight and common options, but captaincy, vice captaincy could decide the test. So, as Vallabh rightly said, I am also very scared of making batters captain, because it takes one ball. So I'm always far more comfortable making Wokes captain or a Mitchell Marsh
I saw
captain as
you.
captain.
I saw your team minute in
Yeah, so
ISO.
because I think that is it, you stay in the game for long. See, while
Yeah.
it is always great that your batter can get 200, but this hasn't been a series or like that, or the conditions aren't such that if somebody plays well, great, good job to them. So that's how I will go. My captains will potentially be one of the all-rounders. If it is
Right.
very overcast, then you can go with this. You can go with Broad. You can go with Wood, or I think Chris Wokes, Mitchell Marsh, Steve Smith, Pat Cummins, Joe Root. These are the common options for people to try.
Right.
I hope our guys are getting some some ideas exactly whom to pick and how exactly we're gonna to make a good team. I think that is gonna to be especially for the uh, smaller team league, because the big team on guys play again. Should but
Saurabh, your voice is not clear. Can you check it once?
what happened to my voice? So cool and
You
nice.
feel
I
as
have
if
voice.
somebody is tapping on the crease regularly. Is speaking and somebody tuck 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 tuck.
Saurabh is taking guard. Guard.
He's visualizing Marnell Steve Smith already for tomorrow. Joe Root also.
Joe Root is the biggest advantage, man. Like he balls, he bats, he fields very well. He's
Yeah,
one of
and
a
I
kind
think the
survivor.
thing with England also is they are scoring so quickly. So
I mean,
you
Joe
always
Root turning into that. I mean, Joe Root scoring fast, quick runs is I have never imagined that in a long time. He's
Okay,
scoring
fine. Am I
84 runs,
back?
95, man.
Am I back?
it's a freedom.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Saurabh, you're back.
Without the tap.
थैंक गॉड भगवान ने सुन ली ऊपर वाले ने जो रूट के नाम पे मैं आ गया so it's nice
Yeah.
to see that Joe Root has worked for my earphones but yes
Yeah.
चलो अच्छी बात है कि guys whoever is playing fantasy league and especially the fantasy cricket in the so many platforms remember our advices are for your betterment that you should not lose money and also because it's all about your risk. So we always give you the suggestions, and that these suggestions can always influence you to take better sports persons because uh, what are the things as been said by the experts? It's all about experiences they have gone through or they are doing it. And so we talked about till now Ashes. Amazing. Now let's go to the they said, "Oh, it's a West Indies, but versus India. Come on,
Hey, I
might be
feel it's
West
the
Indies
most awaited series.
because West Indies is out. But I still one thing I would like to say here. I still can't understand why we are not playing 5 1 day and 3 T20s rather than we should have been played 3 T20 and 5 1 days rather than we're playing 3 1 days than 5 T20. So I really
The
don't have
logic,
any idea why.
don't try and have logic. There is no logic.
Absolutely, there is no logic.
Indians love
Especially
T20.
no,
No, so
especially
no, I
no,
got
no.
the logic. The
There's a
logic is to prepare for next year.
for T20 World Cup
Yes.
because because in 2022 World Cup T20 World Cup Indian team didn't play ODIs. मतलब they played hardly. Uh, you can count on the fingers because they were preparing for the T20 World Cup.
And
I
never
think we
they
are
went
the
with a full-fledged team.
and leave. We are the only team actually who doesn't have the fixed 11 yet, fixed 15 yet properly. We don't know. We don't have Umrah the status. We don't know Ayyar Sahab status. We don't know even Hardik will able to play the entire stretch of 9 plus 2 or 3 matches or not. We have no clue on everything, but we are talking about we are going to play 3 test matches. Sorry, 3 ODIs and 5 T20s. One led by Rohit, another led by Hardik. I
Hardik.
don't know exactly how it gonna to be done. But again, yeah, it's a World Cup year for us, and our World Cup. You say what do the people say now? Syria World Cup की सीढ़ियाँ start हो रही or something like that. People with the drum bells and all. So I have really very little, very little hope because the way we are playing right now for 1 day cricket because we forgot how to play 1 day cricket. Anyway, it's a sad part for absolutely for us. But let's start with the India versus West Indies
Listen,
first 1 day that will start tonight 7:30 p.m. So
seven.
the evening actually 7:30 p.m.
I think it's
IST.
7, right?
Nikhil bhai, 7:30 it is 7:30 Barbados if I'm
7,
not wrong.
7
7,
o'clock.
7,
So
7.
yes. So निखिल भाई याद है हम लोग जब बारबाडोस की बात सुना करते थे ना तो it used to be वो एक डर लगता था my God the pitch will be such where the pace bowler will absolutely beep to us. But the way situation has changed, we are saying, oh, Barbados or St. Lucia, whatever the beaches and the pitches are the same, baby.
No, but
So
it's also a sign of uh, maybe not taking it for granted. Because I think in 2018 or 2019, Hardik said you could field 2 teams and win a lot. As of now,
2020.
one team is struggling to win. So I think India have the resources, they have the people.
They need to use it correctly.
Hopefully the execution is good enough to give
They
them a
need to have the
silver
better
medal.
combination, I think.
See, they've always had it. I don't think in the last 10 years it's ever been that you don't have a combination. But the problem has been the usage, the process of trying
The
something and then going
execution.
back to something else. So that conviction, that confidence that, okay, if this is the number 4, this will be my number 4. Don't change the number for our opener very close to the World Cup. So
Just like
again,
how
injuries are
Again,
not.
Rahane come back.
we got that 3D at the last moment, and then I don't know who will be
I'm not.
replaced now with who.
If we go into that, it will take a long night. But my point is, we have a set, we have a good core right now. You will just hope that they get enough games continuously in West Indies, in Asia Cup, West Australia, so that you are able to, as we said, have a 13 in your mind, that this is the 13, and then you can always rotate those 3 4 players depending on conditions, fitness, and workload. Okay, Hardik, you don't want him on a deck that is assisting spin. Maybe you play Aksar there and you don't play Hardik. So that could also be an option if the pitches are like that. So I think these 3 tournaments or series will be a good try, because your top 3 and bottom 2 are fixed, or bottom 3 rather. There is no doubt. The question is only about the middle order. That who bats at 5 6, assuming Hardik is the one who bats at 4 in absence of KL. So
4.
yeah,
I
or
don't think
if
so
they're
that
going,
he will be in T20. I can understand. In one day, I doubt he will play at number 4. He's suitable for 5 or maybe
so
6.
see, the
This
point
is
is not about exactly 4 or 5. The point is about the role that they give to him, because they
how
have to
many
have
hours he
somebody
has to
ready.
play.
Yeah. So because
True.
if supposing KL doesn't get fit enough or Shreyas doesn't get fit enough, you need to have somebody ready. If it is Kishan,
Right.
stick with him. So whatever they decide,
I doubt.
whether it is
I doubt
Kishan,
Kishan will be in a middle order, especially
With
in the one day, because the way he tapped this now, the hard bat and all, hard grip and all.
we can only guess here, because we know how much the team
Mm.
loves Samson. We know that evidently now.
See, but again,
So if,
he performed also. He has a double century. Come on, we cannot even comment on that pass. He's failure, but as an opener,
so
middle order, I doubt.
exactly. So that is what I was going to come to. That you have to define clear role. That if
Hmm.
Kishan is your backup opener, stay there only. Do not try him at
True,
4. So
true,
if Samson is your backup keeper, then try Samson. But I don't think they are going to go as Samson backup keeper as of now. But that is my gut feel. I feel the way they have pushed Kishan to Test cricket also,
hmm,
I possibly feel that it could be that they are thinking that we want somebody explosive who can take the game on in the middle order,
right.
because they don't have a left-hander till Jadeja there. Everybody is right-handed. So they want to break that monotony as well. And I don't think they'll promote Jadeja out. So the only option then remains is either they try Aksar Patel, which I don't think they will ever do, because I
how
don't
active
think.
you playing? That's the question.
So exactly, that's what I'm coming to. They'll have to fix roles for people. That okay, 4
Ah,
is Kishan, 5 is Hardik, 6 is Sanju Samson, or if Sanju Samson is not playing, Kishan is playing, then Surya Kumar is playing at 6. And then you have Jadeja, you have your bowlers, because you have to take care of Siraj also. So
Yes.
whether you are playing Shardul or whichever pacer you are playing to, all these games will be important to see how they are assigning roles. Because if Bumrah doesn't get fit, which we don't know, it is still a shot in the dark. You will need set roles ready, that these are our death overs bowling options. These are our middle overs. Kuldeep should play. That is what you assume, that Kuldeep and Jadeja should play. Now, whether they get in Chahal, we don't know. So, lots to see purely from a combination point of view, more than the game.
that's very true. So, Abhinav, I think you have come back, or you can talk 2 minutes. 2 minutes, huh? 2 minutes. He has gone on in the name of the 2 minutes because he wants to talk like an unlimited one, which you don't have the time. Again, he come back. Okay,
Yeah, here goes.
fine. Okay. So, what would be what is the thing? What would be the result of that 3 match series, which is actually might be the irrelevant or relevant. I don't know, but it may help few people to get into the form, and few people will really feel a problem because they might get a sluggish pitch. So, what do you think exactly? What would be the result of this series?
I think they will hope for a 3-0. That is what you would
It
feel.
is too much of asking because we cannot take this West Indies team lightly because in a the wide ball and
You're
shorter
not
format they
taking
are.
West Indies lightly, but they are not playing. They lost in qualifiers also. So there is a reason why
But that's a
the
qual-
team.
but qualify this time qualifier is very unfortunate for so many teams who even though confirmed they didn't able to
I don't
qualify.
think West Indies were unfortunate in any case and in any scenario, because after watching a lot of limited overs format, if Shai Hope is going to bat for you in the super over, Jason Holder is going to bowl in a super over, then you are not setting them up to succeed. They may come off once, they may come off twice, but in the long run, it doesn't feel like the right way to go about it. So Shai Hope has been in good touch, hopefully, and we know how much he loves playing India. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but the team will want to ensure that they win 3-0. I will happily take a 2-1 or even a West Indies series win. It's not about who wins or who loses by what margin. To me, the entire time till the World Cup is about getting your right people at the right places. If they fail, it's fine, but you have to give them the role that you think they will play in the World Cup. Like you knew Raina will play in the middle order in 2011. You knew Yusuf Pathan and Raina are the only switch that you will have. All this
Yeah,
was known to you. If Nehra
clarity
doesn't
of
play,
thought,
exactly.
clarity of
So if
thought process.
Nehra doesn't play, who is then your backup pacer? We knew then. As of now, we do not know that. So I think more than the result, as I said, I'm happy with 3-0, 2-1, 1-2, whatever the result is. Clear roles, clear
Execution.
demarcation that you will stay here only. And then you see what
And
happens.
I would love to see one more thing here in this, not only in this season, upcoming series also, that team will stick with this 15 player. And now we don't have time. We really don't have time that when we can get more players to see how they play on the performance of the other trophy or somewhere else. Although I thought exactly Rinku Singh might get a chance if he could have involved few off spinners, but again, it's very small time timeline we have or time frame we have for the World Cup, so we should not do any trick if not required or unnecessarily. But again, yes. So, what would be your dream 11 team for tomorrow? Because we all know West Indians, they can do wonder for they can only the person who can make people rich or king or rich or they lost their money because anybody can do anything over there. So what is your dream 11 team for tomorrow?
Sir, I think I honestly will take a call post the 11s only, because I expect a lot of changes for both sides,
Then
for India also and also for West Indies. What you will definitely want to have is whoever is the big top player that you know will definitely play. You will
like
definitely back them.
Saiho,
Exactly. So and again, we need to see who are they playing, who
uh,
are they resting in what roles. Whether Atnas is playing, or if there is a new youngster who's going to be bowling at the end. So you will effectively want to have players who are very good, maybe middle order batters and end overs bowlers if they are bowling first. If they are bowling second, then you will want to have different type of people. From India also, you will definitely take the top order. You will take Gill, Rohit, Virat. Obviously, you will take your strike bowler, but you only have one strike bowler as of now. You don't know who to take in terms of partnering Siraj, whether it is the pace or the hit the take option that they select for. Do you want to go with Jadeja, or you are happy taking Kuldeep? Because in the Bangladesh series that happened, you saw how Washington Sundar was used. So
yeah,
you have to see all of that and take into account. So I think I don't recommend playing small leagues in India West Indies unless you are very sure, because the 11s will be very tricky. So you'll have to
yeah.
be very sure that these guys will play this. From second, third game, I think it will be fine. But first game, actually, then it is good for grand leagues, for mega leagues, that you can try combination. And then if it works out, then you get the early advantage of getting your visualization bang on. So first
So,
game, again, they are always great for grand leagues only, because you only know certain people will start. How many overs will Hardik bowl? You will only know that at the toss. So what are the conditions? Are India playing three spinners? Then you want to take the third winner because Akshar Patel won them a game in West Indies. So you'll have to see a lot of these factors and then take calls. So I think it might be too early. Even before the toss might be too early to make a sure team. Okay, bhai, this should be good enough.
Very true, very true. So thank you so much,
Also
Nikhil
with
bhai.
this,
Thank, uh,
sorry, I'm just butting
uh,
in. I mean, I missed out
our
a little.
Abhishek, Abhinav, the host has come. Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
Sorry, I've missed out on a bunch of the conversation because I mean, as it's been established, I'm still at work. So, but I mean, looking at this one day series, I mean, this one day series, I think it's extremely critical for Sanju Samson. If he gets a go, he has to be given a go in all three games, so as to see if he can fulfill that middle order role, which was being played by KL Rahul. If he could play that keeper batsman role in the middle order, and if he's able to have a good series, I mean, if he's getting good quick runs in the middle order, I think it could position him very strongly for a World Cup spot. क्योंकि knowing because yes, Ishan Kishan has had that double hundred in Bangladesh as an ODI opener, but it came as an opener. And अब उस spot पे there's already Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma who are already very well who've captured that space, and there's no way that either of them are going to be moved out. So, and Ishan's struggles in the middle order are very well documented, be it in Test cricket or be it especially in T20 cricket. He's he struggles to accelerate the middle overs. So, I mean, this is a series which I think which is critical for Sanju in that aspect. That if he can get good
We lost Abhishek.
And
We
yeah,
lost Abhishek.
I hope I'm back. I
Yeah,
hope I'm audible now. Yeah,
yeah.
so if he gets a good run of scores, I think it could. I think Sanju will have a very good chance of positioning himself in a World Cup for a World Cup spot.
Nice. Thank you so much, Abhinav, for your input. And thank you so much for Nikhil Bhai to give your time. And thank you so much, everyone, like Vallabh. Uh, if all goes well, we'll come again live within some time, especially at 3 p.m. For giving the final Nikhil Bhai's Dream 11 team. Only for the will come live for the 5 minutes. Nothing, not more than that. 3-2-5 after the toss. 3-5 to 3-10. Whatever. Only for the 5 minutes. And if possible, at 7 o'clock, if we can come to give you the, the fantasy team that if Nikhil Bhai is available. If not, also they will try to get his best team, top 11 available for you guys, so that whoever is playing, they can actually find out how. And later on the part, in coming week, one session with only Nikhil Bhai, where exactly we'll get to know what exactly Nikhil Bhai has chosen this path, where exactly he has how he has been the fantasy uh, team expert, and he's joining other like experts league or the website to give his expert view what all he has given to this form of cricket. His कहते हैं ना खून पसीना, सच में he has given that खून and pasina to this, which we all think, oh, it's a game of luck. No, it's a game of skill. How he will define us in coming with station with Nikhil for sure. So for now, thank you so much, Vallabh. Vallabh, you want to say something? I'm so sorry you were the host and I took the host for the end as always. So please go ahead and say tata bye bye. See you on behalf of us. Better say exactly how the our crick chatter things can bring so many stuff in coming days.
Look, it's not about taking over as a host, Shamin. We are all cricket passion guys, Whoever talks, we talk our whole heart out. It's not like you are not talking, I'm not talking, this guy is not talking. It's like who is
Luckily,
putting his all.
Abhinav didn't talk today. I want on record. I'm saying, luckily, Abhinav didn't say, or else this 45 minutes would have been gone to the 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what. So the main thing is, no, you didn't took over me as a host. It's like I was even. It's also my session back after very long, so I'm very happy that you took over so that I got some buffer time for the next sessions to completely take over. But yeah, looking at Crick Chatter Live, we want guys with passion because everybody wants to talk about cricket. There are many guys who want to talk about cricket, but only few guys come out. Like Nikhil Bhai, who has completely chosen a path of cricket. I was not able to choose it because I had other commitments, other work commitments, but I'm still able to enjoy the passion and come into cricket in some form. So, like me, there are many many people who want to talk, and like Saurabh mentioned, there are many people. All I want to tell is, if you want to talk, we are always encouraging. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is judging your English. If you want a Hindi session, we can completely go in Hindi. If you want a Telugu session, we can completely go in Telugu in local language. But if you want to talk, we are here. That's what I want to say, and we are gonna encourage people, and all I want is people coming from different places or different anywhere and talk about cricket and live their passion.
Thank you so much, Vallav. We actually need this. With this, we are ending our session. I will come back again, as we said. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nikhil bhai. Thank you so much, Vallav. See you. Tata.
Thank
Bye
you so much.
bye.
Bye, bye,
Bye
Abhinav.
bye. Bye, Avinav.